everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Today's workout is going to be a full body strength workout using a kettlebell. If you don't have a kettlebell, feel free to use a dumbbell instead, or you can do many of these exercises just with your body weight, whatever you'd prefer. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a series of 6 exercises, and we're going to do 8 to 10 reps of each, and we're going to go through it 3 times. So let's get warmed up so that we can start in. All right, let's do some high knee march. Swing those arms back and forth, get those knees up nice and high. Good. Let's step out to the side with a side reach. Extend that leg out. And let's go up and overhead. Reach up and high. Good. Okay, we're going to reach for our toes, so just reach out, flex that toe up towards the ceiling, bend over at your waist, and reach for that toe. All right, let's do some arm circles. Warm up our shoulders and our back. Let's reverse directions. Good. All right, let's open up our hips. We'll just bring our leg up and around in a circular motion. All right, we're warmed up now. If you need to warm up a little bit more, just put it on pause, come right back in and start in on the workout. So the first thing we're going to do is a goblet squat with an upright row. So grab a hold of your kettlebell or your dumbbell if you're using that instead. We're going to have a little wider squat stance, toes pointed outward. Remember, when you squat down, you want your knees to track over your toes. So we're going to squat down, back up, and then you're going to bring that kettlebell up towards your chin, flaring your elbows out to each side. See it from the side. Again, squat, keep your chest up high, and then flare those elbows out on the upright row. All right, let's start in. Ready? Squat down and upright row. Make sure that core is pulled in nice and tight. You squat down, you're going to sit back, keep your chest up high, and then row those hands up towards your chin to get that upright row. One more. Good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put that kettlebell on one side, kind of rest it up near your shoulder. We're going to do a curtsy lunge with an overhead press. So you're going to curtsy lunge, come back up, and then you're going to press that kettlebell up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So let's go ahead and start in. Curtsy and overhead press. Curtsy and overhead press. Keep that core pulled in nice and tight. Will help with your balance. Protect your back. One more on this side. Good. All right, let's switch that kettlebell or dumbbell to the other side. Again, kind of resting there on your shoulder. All right, we're going to curtsy back the other direction and overhead press. I also like to put my hand out a little bit to the side just to help for balance. You can put it on your hip if you'd prefer as well. All right, one more. Good. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to do an around the world. So feet about shoulder width apart. Hold on to that kettlebell in the front to begin with. And you're going to circle that kettlebell around your body. making sure you grab on to the kettlebell when it's behind you. And then nice, smooth rotation. All right, let's start one direction, then we'll go to the other direction. Around. This is a good core workout too. Make sure you're keeping that nice and solid. Okay, let's switch and go the other direction. Same motion, we're just going around the opposite direction. Last one. Good. All right, so the next exercise is a kettlebell double swing. So most people are familiar with a single swing, which is you bend over and bring that kettlebell out in front of you. We're going to do that, and then we're going to squat down and bring the swing up again. So I'll show you once. You're going to go down, up, you're going to squat down. I'll do a couple of them so you can see the motion. And I'll show you from the side. So a regular kettlebell swing, and then squat down and swing it chest height on those. All right, so let's begin. Ready? Swing, squat, and swing. Swing, and a squat. Good. Remember, just to bring that kettlebell up to like eye or chest level. You want to keep a nice fluid swing. You don't want that kettlebell rocking back and forth. Nice and consistent motion. All right. Do one more. So up and then down. Good. All right. Awesome. So now we're going to do a kettlebell single leg deadlift. So one leg straight, kettlebell in both hands with a grip. So we're going to hinge over and then back up and then hinge over. So your body should be in a nice straight line as you go over and back. And only go to where that stretch is. Pull your core in tight. That'll help with your balance as well. So let's do one side. Let's begin. So over and back up. Make sure those hips are square to the ground. Toe pointed straight down to the ground or foot flexed. That's another way of thinking about it. That straight leg that's on the ground should have a slight knee bend. One more on this side. Good. Now we're going to switch to the other side. Same thing, one leg straight, other one will go upward. So over and down. One more. Good. Excellent. Okay, so our last exercise is going to be a single arm split stance row. All right, so I'm going to show you from the side. One leg bent. You want to put your hand on that leg just above your knee. That's perfect. Other leg straight. Kettlebell hanging in that arm that the leg is back. You're going to just pull it straight up towards your hip bone. All right, go ahead and start. Again, always pull that core in. Get nice and tight. Keep those shoulders and hips square to the ground. We don't want to open ourselves up. Nice flat back and a nice angle in terms of that nice slant. One more on this side. Good. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Other leg bent. Kettlebell in that opposite hand. You're going to pull it up and back towards your hip bone. Let's do one more. Great. All right, we made it through our first round. So now we're going to go through them all again, one more time through, and then we'll pause again, and then we'll do our third round. All right, so our first item was our goblet squat with our upright row. Again, remember, feet a little bit wider than hip width, toes pointed out slightly, and sit back, chest up, and then when you come up, raise up that goblet or that kettlebell up towards your chin. All right, let's start. Down and row. Show you from the side again. All right, one more. Good. All right, so now we're going to do our curtsy lunge with our overhead press. I'm going to put it on the opposite arm to start this time. All right, we're going to curtsy back and overhead press. Good. Last one. Nicely done. Switch sides. Put that kettlebell or that dumbbell in the opposite hand. And we're going to curtsy back and then up. Curtsy and overhead press. Remember to exhale as you push that kettlebell up to the sky. All right, one more. Nicely done. All right, let's grab a hold of that kettlebell with both hands. Put our feet, get our nice stable base, knees slightly bent, and we're gonna go around the world. Start it. Oop. Always make sure you get a hold of it. All right, let's go the opposite direction. Same thing. Reach back behind you, grab it with the other hand. Nice, round, circular motion. One more. Great. All right, now we're gonna do our kettlebell double swing. So you're gonna do your swing like normal, and then your squat down, and do a swing while you're in the squat position. All right, here we go. So you're gonna swing, and then squat and swing. Good. And on that squat, you wanna keep your chest up. I know you're swinging the kettlebell, but one more. Let's do one more. Perfect. Again, wanting to make sure that kettlebell is staying in a nice fluid motion so that the weight is evenly distributed. All right, now we're gonna do our single leg deadlift. So one leg straight, other leg's ready to be lifted up behind, toe pointed down towards the ground. Let's roll our shoulders back, pull our abs in, and we're gonna go down and up. Down and up. Remember, nice, straight as a board. You only go as far as your upper body will bend over. Let's do one more. Good. All right, now we're going to switch to the other side. Other leg is straight. Shoulders roll back. Core in tight. And down and back up. Think of yourself kind of like as a pendulum swinging. Leg goes up and comes back. Everything in a nice straight line. Let's do one more. Good. All right. Now we're going to do our single arm split stance row. All right. So we'll go on this side. Leg bent, kettlebell in that other hand. Hips, shoulders square to the ground. You're going to lift that kettlebell up towards your hip bone. Pause if you can at the top. Two more on this side. Good. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So other leg bent, other leg straight, hips and shoulders square. Row up to that hip bone and back down. Nice full range of motion. Exhale on the exertion or the difficult part of the exercise. So in this case, it would be when you're bringing it up. One more. Great. All right, we've already made it through twice. So we just have one more time through. We're going to do the same 6 exercises. And then we'll be done. And we'll cool down. And you'll be done with your workout and feel good. All right, first one is our goblet squat with our upright row. So get yourself into position. Core in tight. We're going to sit back, chest high, and elbows raised up and out. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. All right, nicely done. Okay, so we're going back to our curtsy lunge with our overhead press. So again, we're gonna put that kettlebell kind of up on that shoulder, and we're gonna curtsy back, and then we're gonna push that kettlebell up towards the ceiling. Again, exhale on the press. Last one. Good. All right, we're going to switch to the other side. Same thing. Going to go back with our other leg. So curtsy back. And overhead press. Straight up above you. Let's do 1 more. Make it a good one. Good. All right. Now we're going to do our around the world. So again, want to make sure a nice fluid around your body rotation and grabbing that kettlebell as you move around the back. Go as slow or as fast as you can to make sure it's controlled and that you can grab a hold of that kettlebell. We don't want to drop it. All right, let's begin one way. Let's go the other direction. Same thing, nice fluid around the world. Last one. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do our double swing. Again, first one's come up eye level, squat down, And again, swing it back up to eye level. All right, so let's begin. Up, squat down, and swing. Again, keep that kettlebell, nice fluid motion. It shouldn't be bobbing up and down. And last one. Nicely done. All right, so we're going back to our single leg deadlift. Again, one leg's going to be straight, kettlebell in that opposite hand, slight bend in that leg that's staying straight down. All right, hold it on to, hold the kettlebell with both hands, and we're going to go down and back up. One more on this side. Good. All right, let's switch to the other side. Same thing, but the other leg is staying straight while the other one goes up behind. Again, shoulders back, core in, and let's go down and up. Keeping everything in a nice straight line. Shoulders and hips square to the ground. Two more. Last one. All right, we're down to our last one. So we're going to do our split stance, single arm row. All right, so bent leg, hand on, resting on your leg if you'd like. Again, hips nice and square. You're going to bring that kettlebell up towards your hip. Exhale as you bring that kettlebell up towards your hip. So two more. All right, now we're going to do the other side. This is the last one. Let's make it a good one. All right, everything's nice and square. Let's begin. Almost there. One more. Fantastic job. All right, so we want to cool down. We want to let our muscles stretch back out. Our heart rates come back down in a nice controlled fashion. So let's first just step side to side. Swing those arms a little bit. Just kind of keep things moving. All right, let's stretch up and overhead. One leg bent. Nice stretch down the whole side. Feels great. All right, let's switch to the other side. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to reach up towards the ceiling or the sky, and you're going to then reach down towards your toes. Bend your knees slightly, so reach up and then down. Up and down. Up and down. You don't have to touch your toes. Just go for a nice stretch in the back of the legs. And as you reach overhead, you should feel a nice elongating of your spine and stretching those shoulders. All right, now this time we're going to put our toe up and we're going to just hold a static stretch. So reach for that toe. Again, keep those hips square. You don't have to touch your toe. Just get a nice stretch in the back of your leg, even up into your glutes. All right, let's switch sides. Other toe up. Reach with that hand. Good. All right, let's take one hand and reach over and across, keeping that shoulder down. Putting a little bit of pressure on that elbow area just to help that stretch in the back of your shoulders. All right, let's switch to the other side. All right, last thing I always like to do is give ourselves a hug. One hand over the other, grabbing on to each shoulder. We always must love ourselves. Give us love and appreciation for taking the time to do this for ourselves. Your health, your mental well-being, all very, very important. All right, you're done. Nice job. You did great. Come join me again soon. Thank you.